Okay. What were you saying earlier?
What?
Okay. Anyway.
King Kong's ape schlong?
Welcome to Another Look, a film podcast where we go back and discuss a filmmaker's body of work, from their hits to their misses, as well as genres, eras, movements, and everything in between. On this week's episode, we discuss women filmmakers, and I'm Ian Killian.
I'm Jordan Muchnow.
Nicholas.
Ben Riley.
And feeling good. Everyone's a little sleepy. My voice is a little hoarse.
I feel like everyone's kind of hyper.
It's like
Sleepy hyper.
like delirious.
Yeah.
Delirium. We were just talking about the nude scene in King Kong.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're doing women filmmakers. So I wanted to discuss why I picked this, because it's my month. I just don't think there's proper representation of women in Hollywood. You know, they say diversity is growing because, you know, they nominated Moonlight and it won. But, you know, 2 years ago was the Oscars So White. There's complaints all over, and rightfully so, I think.
Yeah.
Luckily,
they went from none to 8 out of 20.
Yeah. So luckily, independent film is really pushing those boundaries, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's not on the mass market. And so I looked at some statistics. This is from the San Diego Center for the Study of Women in TV and Film. 7% of the directors of this year's top 250 grossing films are women. So 7%, that's really low.
Yeah, it's very low.
And it's going down, actually. It was 9% in 2015, so it went down 2%. And then 17% are the total women working in film. That's like sound, editing, camera,
Catering.
writing. Yeah. And then also I also saw the Equal Employment Commission is carrying a lawsuit on all these major studios, so they might get fined, like big time suing. And then I also read average female director only gets to make one movie every 10 years if they're between the ages of 29 and 69. So that's pretty shitty statistics. That says a lot right there.
Well, I remember when we were doing Near Dark, I was looking up the stuff about that, like some of the trivia stuff.
Yeah.
And they were saying, basically, the one producer said to Catherine Bigelow, like, if you don't do this, like, get this going right within, like, a week, you're going to be fired. Like,
On Near Dark.
yeah, on Near Dark.
Oh, my God.
And it's just like her leash was like so much shorter than a male counterpart would be, and it just shows you like how they are thought of in that regard, in like the position of power as like a director. And I mean, that was the 80s. I would have hoped it would have gotten better. I mean, and it has gotten better to some extent, but those statistics that Ian read aren't good.
Yeah.
So
Not good at all. So, and it's not that there's bad women directors out. I think all the movies we watched this month are solid examples of good movies and different genres and different aspects of. I mean,
different kinds of movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we didn't do anything big Hollywood, did we?
No, I don't think so.
So, but I mean, there's
pretty independent.
Yeah, they're all sort of small and foreign. So, anything else? But that's sort of why I picked my month. What did we watch? Nick, do you? Okay, so Nick, he went to Monster Mania this weekend.
Mm-hmm. So did Ben.
And Ben.
Yep.
So did you guys watch anything beforehand, prep, or what happened?
No. I
Okay.
didn't. But instead of what I watched, I got a story.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
Okay.
Why you look so bored?
So, what?
He's sleepy.
You look very bored.
He's sleepy.
Listen. Okay, so I waited in line for about 3 hours to meet Doug Bradley,
Who is?
who is Pinhead
Needleface.
in Needleface in the Hellraiser series. And when I got up there, I don't know what the fuck came over me, but I kind of was like it wasn't starstruck or anything.
You got flustered.
I got really flustered.
Was it like the take me to your leader thing that you told me about?
Wait, what?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
We're not worthy.
we're not
Your
worthy.
brother-
Yeah.
Your
It was
leader.
something. It was
I guess
similar
I
to
got
the
it all
stupidity
backwards.
of that.
Okay.
But he asked me how I wanted him to sign my Scarlet box, and
Did you say like cursive?
well, I'm like I first said
Did you just say, I don't want you to use my name because I'm going to sell this on the internet?
no. He said, what would you like me to sign it? Would you like me to personalize it? And I'm like, no. I'm like, but can you put a quote on there? And he's like, what do you want me to put? And I went, whatever you want. And then he was like, and he sighed and he looked really annoyed and he was like, I'm tempted to put whatever you want on here, okay? And then I was like, and I couldn't think of a quote off the top of my head, and I'm like, see you in hell, because he puts that normally when he signs shit, and he's like, that's not a quote, but okay.
So he was annoyed.
Yeah, he was fucking annoyed.
What did you initially want him to put?
I wanted him to put I just wanted him to put any of the quote, any
you
of his
didn't have-
I couldn't think
It's
of one
funny,
right
though.
off the top of my head.
Famous needlehead.
He
quotes.
waited
I'm
in
horny.
line for like 2 hours, and he
you
could
couldn't
have
think
thought of
some-
a quote
You
in
could have
that
looked
time.
it up.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay. Yeah, I understand the
But
starstruck thing.
the bottom line
Even
is,
though you don't really get to see what he looks like in any of the movies.
yeah, and the bottom line is he looked very fucking annoyed by me, and I didn't think anyone would hear it, but Brendan, who is our friend who went with us, definitely he definitely heard the whole exchange.
And you would think Brendan would have been the one that fucked up like the
Yeah.
encounter, and it was
Yeah.
Nick.
Did he get something signed?
Yeah, and I guess he did fine.
yeah, he did fine.
Well, did I ever tell you about my Comic-Con thing where I was like, I went to Baltimore Comic-Con like fucking 6 years ago or something now, and Paul Pope, who's author artist, and I wasn't really paying attention, and he had a table, and he was like doing signings, all those like artists, and they just have tables out, they sell their stuff, and I walked up to him, I was like, hey, I have one of your books I just bought. Can you just do a doodle in it and sign it? And he looked at me really weird, and I was like, oh shit, like I don't know like what his deal is, and he doodled like a little Spider-Man for me or something, and he's like, yeah, I can, but he's like, I'm gonna let you know that you just budgeted in line, and there's a huge line waiting to go to him. Like he wasn't like open yet for his signing.
Yeah.
and I budgeted in like this huge, huge
God.
fucking line. It was awesome,
Oh my god!
and everybody was just like staring at me. I was
What
like,
a nice guy. If
Yeah.
He didn't.
oh,
because I
he
would have
told
been
me
like,
he told me after. He could have been like, hey, there's a line, but he was just
Yeah.
like, and I was like so confident because I had no clues, and I was like, I threw my book down. I was like, hey, buddy.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would have
I
thought
didn't-
you were a
and he's
huge
not
dick.
he's not that
I would have went up and fought you.
He's a big deal, but like he's not like super popular. But oops. Anyway, so Jordan, what you watch?
I watched an anime.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
I watched Grave of the Fireflies, which is a old Studio Ghibli movie. I think that's how you say that, right?
Studio
Jihibli.
It's
Ghibli.
It's Ghibli.
That's what. Okay, not to cut you off, but
Go ahead, cut
and
me
this
off.
is really unrelated because the listeners might not know who Brendan is. He's our weird friend, Squit, that we refer to sometimes. He was talking about that last night, and I thought he was speaking complete fucking gibberish when he was trying to explain what was it?
Ghibli? Is that what you said?
Ghibli?
Ben?
Wow.
I always
Ghibli.
thought it was Ghibli.
I gotta
too.
give him
I
the benefit.
never. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know either.
I've never heard it say Ghibli.
Well,
That's new. That's new to me. But
Well, I'm
I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert. So
I gotta give him the benefit.
What did you say? it was?
Ghibli.
Jihibli.
Oh, okay.
Ghibli.
Well, to your point, that gives me one more reason in the notch on my belt that I'm
If
not
somebody
gonna ever
knows, just
fucking
let us
watch
know how to say it.
I'm never gonna watch something called
Yeah, you
from
are.
Studio
Just
fucking
wait.
Giblets. Go ahead.
Just wait. You'll watch something.
Ooh, called out.
Go ahead.
Well, it was it's called Grave of the Fireflies. It's not Hayao Miyazaki, which is like the famous director who does a lot of their movies. But I've always heard about this. It's on like IMDb's top 250. It's in a lot of lists. It's supposed to be incredibly sad, and it's this World War II movie where basically a young teenager and his little sister kind of become displaced during the war because the Americans Air Force are dropping like basically what do you call napalm canisters into their villages, and they're just spraying fire and burning their whole house down. And it's basically it's almost like there's magical elements to it, but it's very real. It almost feels like realism, even though it's animated, and it is truly heartbreaking. But there is one thing that doesn't make any fucking sense at the end about how, if somebody knows the answer to this, please let me know, because at the end the kid's just like, because his little sister is literally starving to death and dying, and it's heartbreaking. But then out of nowhere, he's like, I'm gonna go to the bank and withdraw money, and he goes to the bank and he withdraws money and feeds her as she dies. And I just want to know why didn't he do this earlier.
20 minutes ago.
Now I think it's brilliant and super heartbreaking, but if somebody knows the answer, please help.
It's just like a big plot hole.
It seems like it really took it. It didn't take me out of the movie.
Yeah.
But it did make me question it for a second, and I do think it's a great movie.
See, there's something that you said that makes no sense, and you said that it's real, but it ain't fucking real because it's little fucking ink doodle drawings, cartoon drawings.
Oh God.
It ain't real.
None of this we watched today was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
It's
are you
all
talking
fiction.
about? Realism.
Cartoon ain't real.
Cartoon ain't real.
We got in this discussion a little bit yesterday
He's just very anti-anime.
did?
because I was saying who I thought the best Batman was, and he said, "No, that ain't true. He's a fucking cartoon."
Who do you think the Bat?
I like Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're not a Batman fan. Just get over it.
Oh,
You
Nick-
like it's like
Nick gave
it's
some
like you
fucking-
saying you like noir. No, you don't.
Nick is giving eyes.
You
He's
like
pissed.
you like one like little you like fucking Batman who kills people. That has nothing to do with Batman. That's not the essence of Batman.
I do. I like two Batmans who kill people.
Are you talking about that dumb like little bomb scene?
No, yeah, he kills more people. We'll get into it.
Is that why you like him?
That's why you like him?
One of the reasons, yeah, he kills people.
But isn't that against his? Okay, I don't want to get into this too heavily.
Like he doesn't
but isn't
get,
that
he
against
doesn't
his
like the character.
Yeah, the essence of the character is that he does not kill people.
Yeah, that I don't like.
That's what he's all built on.
I agree about but I'm not going to say I'm a huge Batman fan. I like those movies, but I don't know anything about him outside of the movies that I've seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not, but I also don't
know
claim
much
I'm a
either.
huge Batman. You know what? That's all I'm saying. You love Tim Burton's Batman movies. I agree.
That's fine. They're good.
But that's not just Batman, you know. That's why I say it. Same with noir. Like I don't think we'll see when you watch Double Indemnity, but I don't think you're interested in like Out of the Past and like traditional noir. You like
do you say it?
you
Are
like movies inspired by neo noir.
Hey, whatever
I'm not
works.
trying to pick on you.
Whatever blows my hair back.
Yep, whatever blows my hair.
Does your hair get blown back?
Hell yeah, it does.
Hell, yeah.
This is good.
I'm sorry. You had to fucking flip out over Grave of the Fireflies, so I decided to call you out.
That's okay.
Anyway, Ben, did you talk about what you saw?
No, I didn't. But by the way, I looked it up. It's Ghibli.
Ghibli.
It's Ghibli.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm not trying to
Thanks,
make a
Ben.
soundbite
Thanks,
now. I'm really not. But what is that? Why is it called Studio Ghibli?
It's fucking Japanese.
Oh, okay. Like Studio Ghibli. Like
Studio, and then
Why the
Ghibli
fuck is it
means
called
something.
A24?
okay, is it a name? Like is
Yeah,
it
it's
somebody's
like
name?
it's the studio that makes these movies.
Okay, I didn't know if Ghibli meant any fucking
What's
thing.
A24 mean?
Who knows?
Yeah, then shut the fuck up.
Studio Ghibli sounds like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Anyway,
I'm just trying to be open-minded.
Yes, I know. I know.
I struggle with the animated animation a little bit too, but I think
You're starting.
I'm starting
Yeah.
there. I think there's stuff worth seeking out in it.
All right, Ben.
Yeah, like we're back in Dinosaur Story. All right, go ahead.
okay. I saw the new.
What did you say? I'm sorry, Ben. What did you say?
He said we're back. in dinosaurs."
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, it scared me. As a
Land
kid.
Before
you can
Time?
go. You can go.
I saw with Jordan and Nick. We saw the new Wolverine movie, Logan. Definitely the best Wolverine movie for sure.
Hell yeah.
One of the best, in my opinion, one of the best X-Men movies. I don't know. It's
Hell, go even further than that.
what?
One of the best Marvel movies, in my opinion.
Well,
I don't know.
I-
I'd have to think about it a little bit, but
I don't, because if we say Marvel movies, we're including Disney.
Yeah,
and,
it's a little
and the Fox
different.
and the Raimi Spider-Mans. You know
think
what I mean?
I bet you that's still your favorite, though, wouldn't it be?
It's my second favorite.
Behind what?
would be?
Oh, yeah.
Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. But anyway, it's not.
Chris knows.
It's not Nick's turn. It's Ben's.
yeah.
Yes.
Ian, you saw it too, though, right? So
yes, I
we've
do.
all seen it.
Yep. But did Chris?
Yeah, Chris saw it.
All right. Cool.
I mean, we don't have to really talk about the spoiler aspect of it, but
What the spoiler that? No, that's that meme that's going around. But anyway.
yeah, I loved the tone, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
vibe. I mean, it was like how Deadpool was, but without the
Like the Spencer's
Shtick.
gift type of
Yeah.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I
the
think-
humor aspect. It
Yeah.
was like the violence was pretty similar. The language was pretty similar. It was nice to see a Wolverine that literally fucking took no prisoners.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I mean, these X-Men movies, you don't see shit like that.
Mhm. And I think even like the last X-Men movie was, I was like, oh man, that's getting pretty violent when it has like the
Apocalypse.
Experiment X, Weapon X,
Yeah.
when he pops out. And
Oh,
That was my favorite part in the movie.
Yeah, that part was awesome.
Yeah.
He's very aggressive.
Yeah, and-
that's like
and-
that's like late in this movie.
and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
all you
like,
need is the blood.
yeah. And I was like, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, I definitely feel that. I really love that movie too. I definitely noticed there has been. Me and Jordan were talking about this big time earlier. There's small issues for sure, but it wasn't enough to me to take anything away. Because I think this is what superhero movies need. It doesn't need. There's always a place for like universe building, but like
Think outside the box.
it takes a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Self-contained stories.
I agree, self-contained stories, but I think and I think this is a good movie. You all know that.
Yeah.
But when you want to ground it in reality, you also are setting a standard that you can't be like every other movie just with this one aspect that's different. And that's how I feel with Near Dark 2, because that's boring as hell if you take the little bit of vampire thing out of it. You know what I mean? And if there wasn't this little Wolverine thing in it, it would be nothing.
Well,
you know what I mean? Because it's just.
Are you saying the plot's real thin?
What about his daughter? I like that aspect of the plot.
Oh, I think there's some emotional complexity that this movie doesn't handle well at all, especially in the last hour. As you know,
Yeah.
and I think that after that scene at the farmhouse,
Yeah.
it really slows down, and I think it needs like stronger directorial chops to handle that kind of
Yeah.
material that it's not capable of that it doesn't show the ability to do.
But I also said this earlier, like, I came into this movie already attached to that character Logan, which definitely helped me.
Yeah,
as
that's
a-
fair, because we are attached to Hugh Jackman as that character
Yeah,
too already,
yeah,
which helps.
yeah.
Which does help. And you can't take it away from it because that's part of.
There's this other weight.
Yeah. There's that weight that
Yeah.
that does get added to it.
I don't know. I really love that aspect of. There was definitely a growth. I had more thoughts directly after because I remembered it freshly. But like, I thought Logan's growth worked for me.
I would say the same thing about The Dark Knight, is that it's a great crime drama and a not great Batman movie. You know what I mean?
Batman's like the weakest part of.
Yeah, that's how I'm.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. You guys know what I mean at all?
I see what your point is.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a bad movie at
I
all.
think me and Ben are in the same book. We're just like.
It just still works
I
for
can
me.
look. I can look past that
I think
kind
this
of
is
thing.
Yeah.
this is just something we needed.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw it again, and it just slows down so much for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long movie, and almost 40% of it is this period that doesn't.
What I didn't like is all the
Oh, Logan, you're talking about? You saw again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't like the whole story was told through a fucking YouTube video.
Yeah, that
That's
cheap
the-
that lazy exposition.
Yeah, that's
I do like the story that it tells, but you are right.
Yeah,
You could have even done the exposition on the car ride, or like
through dialogue.
Yeah, he has to stop twice to
Yeah.
watch video.
Yeah,
But that's the thing movies do now.
small bumps. Yeah.
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 Not as bad as the Batman vs Superman YouTube clicking.
Yeah, because that's four
like-
different characters.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
That's just a whole montage. of-
Yeah, where he's like
Like little
moving the mouse
logos.
over to one thing and it shows you.
Yeah, graphic designer
Yeah.
created like specific logos.
It's funny we talk about I loved in I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, where he's like, let me hack into, let me find these bad guys for you, and Elijah Wood is like act like he's hacking, but he's just googling like the license plate and like buying with a credit card, like
Oh yeah.
and it's just so funny, like these like epic shots of these people doing things on computers that everybody can
Just
fucking
use
do.
Google.
Yeah, he just uses Google. I thought
yeah,
it was
he has to put a credit card information to buy
Yeah.
like location
Yep.
information or
Yep.
something.
so,
It's really hard to handle computer stuff in movies.
Yeah.
Period.
yeah.
Only like The Social Network or maybe.
And that shit is gonna be
Yeah.
dated too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no matter what. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it, but still.
I didn't watch any movies. I mean, I watched Logan recently. I watched Get Out, but we just talked about those the past 2 episodes. So I've been it's funny because I think last episode I was talking about how I'm not really in a television mood.
Yeah.
So this past like 2 weeks I watched Luke Cage.
Oh, cool.
I think it has the same issues as like every Marvel show. Like the second half is weaker than the first.
I haven't watched Luke Cage yet, but I I had problems getting through most of the like. I liked the TV shows, but for me they were
second
slow.
half,
It takes a while.
Yeah. And I actually think the second half of Daredevil is like bad.
The which
Of
which
season
one?
2 of season 2.
I'd only watched 4 episodes and gave up on it.
But anyway, so I watched Luke Cage and I got through that. It's fine. I enjoyed it. I think it's definitely a cool hero to have. But then I watched a show called Hap and Leonard, which is from Sundance Television. But it was just recently added to Netflix. I watched a couple episodes of that, and it has Michael K. Williams and some guy that looks like Thomas Jane. I don't know this guy's name, but it's like a Southern fried noir. It's based off of these like noir novels. It's just real
Probably
fun.
wouldn't like it then.
I don't know. You might. It's just real funny. Michael K. Williams is awesome. It's set in the 80s, and right now they're on like a little adventure with like these like hippie liberals, but there's like a darker side to them. It's cool. I enjoy it. I would recommend it for fans of that shit. Anything else? Anybody have anything else before we dive into the movies?
Well, back on the Marvel thing, just real quick, I was hearing that the Iron Fist like stuff came out, and that's getting
Hammered.
It's
supposed to be
That sucks.
Iron Fist? What's
Yeah.
that?
It's like the next
Marvel TV show.
Marvel thing in that.
He's a kung fu guy, and he has like a powerful like fist.
Isn't there controversy about his character being white too?
Well, of what I read in the comics, and I read maybe like a trade paperback or two, and that's like when they were revamping it. So I don't know the original origins.
Okay.
Of like the early like 60s,
Right.
70s character, but I'm pretty sure he was a white guy.
Yeah.
Um,
But comic origins are racist too, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the character. I do really like that character.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing because all these characters for the revamp of the show are based on these pulpy like street characters that are just like doing like fighting small crime. You know what I mean? And I like that shit. So that's fun. But
Yeah, there's grounded elements to the TV shows.
oh,
Yeah.
I love the fucking first season of Daredevil.
Yeah.
A lot. The worst part is when he gets a suit.
Yeah, when at the end when he fights
Yeah. So the end of Luke
Kingpin, yeah. Vincent D'Onofrio, right?
Pinhead.
It's Vincent D'Onofrio.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Nick is frustrated. He wants us to talk about Mustang. So
Ooh. Are we talking about Mustang first?
I don't know. So we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna rewatch Luke Cage real quick. Okay. So I always say, so Ben. So Ben, what are we watching?
The first movie we're going to be talking about is Mustang. It was directed by Denise Gamzi-Ergovan.
Mm-hmm.
It was written by her as well and Alice Winokar. It was released in 2015. It stars Gunas Sensoy and Doga Zeynep Dalgaslu. The plot synopsis is when 5 orphan girls are seen innocently playing with boys on a beach, their scandalized conservative guardians confine them while forced marriages are arranged.
What a frustrating movie for, I don't know, that the position they're in is horrible.
Yeah, and what it seems like with because their guardians are very conservative, you would think like that's just like their culture in general, but then you see it's not like that outside of this.
This village.
Yeah,
Right. And you see this village, even the neighbors are like, what are they doing? At the
Yeah.
beginning of the movie, they get yelled at for chicken fighting or what do they call that?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
where they
and
sit
she's-
on the
yeah,
shoulders.
Yeah, they sit on the shoulders and fight in water, and they're saying
Um,
that they're pleasuring themselves on
they're
on
rubbing
boys'
their
necks. Yeah.
themselves on boys' necks. Yeah, it's fucked up. Actually, it makes us think like we can do that and have no issue whatsoever.
No.
If Nick wants to hop on Jordan's shoulders and rub his
Rubbish.
dick on
Yeah.
him.
I would never consider it as sexual act.
no.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, and that's just the fucking first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Frustrating. Yeah.
But until that segment hits, it's super nice. You know, there's this touching moment where they're leaving school, and this girl's really attached to her teacher, and she's crying, and
Her teacher's like moving.
yes, did you pick that up at the time?
I think so.
I didn't. I
Really?
just thought like school was over, like a summer break.
They
type
said
of
something
thing.
about her going to
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I must have missed that.
It's a hard thing to remember by
Yeah.
by the very
Maybe
end.
not as it's happening. You don't think about it so much, but you
it
think
connects
about it.
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
and-
know how pivotal pivotal. I
Yeah.
can't talk.
Yeah.
It is
Pivotal.
during the movie.
Pivotal.
Yeah, thank you.
And you just think it's maybe a side character. You know, someone who's just there.
Seems completely
That she just-
inconsequential.
Yeah. But they're playing at the beach, and it's just like, it's super nice. They're having just a good time. It's
Last day of school, and all the kids go and play at the beach. And
beautifully shot. I love that, like the hazy color palette.
I like the music at that part.
The
it was
music-
like Seeger roast. That's what it kind of sounded
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
What is his name? Warren Ellis. He works with Nick Cave a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He did the music for this. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
And his name was on there. I saw the credit.
Yeah. So he does good stuff.
Yeah, this was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film last year.
Yep.
Lost to Son of Saul.
Oh, really?
I still haven't
Yeah.
seen that. Anyway, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie on.
I didn't know that. I'm serious. I
many
wasn't
aspects.
joking.
What did you like this at all?
No.
No.
Do you like
I knew he didn't.
Do you like Virgin Suicides?
Yes. And this was so much shittier than that.
What
You
do
don't- you-
okay. Now, when you say it's shittier, why? Okay.
Yeah, explain
Actually,
yourself.
no. Okay, if you're listening to this episode, turn it off and then listen to the last episode and the episode before that 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 to understand what the questions we're asking, because we're not learning, I guess.
This.
I want to know.
No.
But saying
That's
it's,
okay.
Because saying it's shittier than
Yeah, that's just saying something without any reason.
I know.
What does that movie have that this doesn't?
This,
Americans.
No. That movie had shit that was interesting.
That's literally the same shit.
No, okay. Listen. That
The reason the comparisons are fucking blatant because they
People
No, they
are
aren't.
People call this the Turkish
Virgin
They
Suicides.
didn't kill. There was no death in it.
There was one.
Yeah, but at the end they fucking have their shit in the oven and shit like that. Virgin Suicides.
Okay.
You want
They're,
suicide?
they're not identical.
I want a dark.
They're not
If I'm
identical.
comparing to Virgin Suicides, I want dark shit.
You don't think this is dark?
It's fucked up, yeah.
I'm
Like that
not-
would suck to be in that situation for sure.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, and I don't
in.
agree with it either.
I'm concerned that you missed a lot.
Well, probably. You know,
You said there was no
Where-
death. There was a death.
A
Was
flat,
there?
a flat
A
out suicide.
suicide.
Yeah.
Shot
the
in the
girl,
head.
oh my god,
They
it's so
bury her.
brutal. Yeah, they bury her. She leaves the dinner table. She gets kicked
I
out.
don't
Goes
remember
into
that.
the other room and
I
shoots
swear to
herself
God,
in the
I don't
head.
fucking remember
They're-
that.
Okay, she's giving the middle finger to her sisters.
Yeah,
and,
like
they're
a
like
joke.
at the table
Yeah,
and they're
she's
laughing.
doing like this. She's like, look between
and
the
her
lines.
dad's like, "What's so funny? What are you laughing at?"
The dad or the uncle?
Uncle,
Right,
uncle,
uncle.
uncle.
yeah,
Yeah.
Errol is his name.
Uncle.
Mhm.
And he goes, you're not eating, go." And she goes into his room and shoots herself.
What is
Yeah,
it? The
right
soccer
away.
lover?
No. Oof.
Stop.
That's the young girl, Lale.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was
I
the
missed
middle.
that
She
part.
was the middle, like the middle.
Oh,
See, this is the.
didn't you see that
EC or
character that
Ace.
is like the real dumb idiot one that loves wrestling and Batman?
No, I didn't see that because I would have probably fucking liked it.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I like it more than Virgin Suicides.
See, I need to see Virgin Suicides again because I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah, but why do you need to see it again? You already. If we're comparing
you
the
already,
two.
you already
Well,
said
I know.
this one is
I already know
worse
that it's
than-
better. No, I'm serious.
I can't. I can only compare them by theme because I don't.
Yeah,
remember,
they're similar,
I
but-
don't remember the quality of. The,
I actually, in
of-
my head, what I thought of is this is Dogtooth in real life.
that makes sense too.
You know what I mean? That's how I looked
And
at it because
and
Dogtooth makes
it's-
fun of this.
It's not satirical.
Yeah.
Is Virgin Suicides like more of a darker? Is that like
No.
a dark comedy?
It's it's like a coming of age movie.
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't as serious.
No,
but
I'm
then
pre-
there was
I'm
some
pretty
like
sure
dark
it's
shit, obviously. At
It
the
feels.
end.
It feels.
I'm pretty sure it's like serious.
It's coming of age.
Yeah.
It feels serious.
I think it's as serious.
There's
as
probably a
this.
sense of humor, but it's like all of
But I had
Coppola's
fun-
movies.
there-
They're very dry.
There's movies, but this movie I had like fun during moments where like, oh, these girls are sweet, they're funny.
Yeah. They do the same thing. In Virtue
Yeah.
and Suicides, they sneak out and go with boys. In this,
Yeah.
they sneak out and go
Yeah.
to soccer. It's they do the same thing. They have the same kind of like fraternal like love for each other.
Yep.
You know, they're like they bond really well. And I think the fact that we see them picked apart one by one
It's pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy.
yeah.
And I think this
like
has
Virgin Suicides.
yes. But I think this has a much more cultural
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
aspect.
This,
like,
They have no
this
option.
is
Yeah.
heavy. This is heavier.
this is real, and this is from Turkey, the progressive
Yeah.
Muslim country.
Yeah.
Well, the young, I think it's hard to watch for the young sister because she's just watching all of her siblings just happen and knows this is going to
Knows her
happen to her,
future.
and she's at the very end of the
She
line.
calls it the wife factory.
Yeah.
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 And
She's great, Lale.
oh man,
she was
I
fantastic.
thought all the acting was good.
A rebel.
And I'm
like,
pretty sure they're non-actors too,
Yep.
for the most part.
there's only one
Are
that
they
was
actually?
a previous actor.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Or were you going to comment on their shitty acting?
I didn't feel that. in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
It felt real natural.
Yeah, I thought they were great.
Yeah, I thought they were good.
Everybody was great.
Yep. I just can't get over your like aggressive tone with it. Are you just doing this because Jordan pissed you off about Noir and Batman?
No, he didn't piss me off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, music by Warren Ellis. That's very cool.
Yeah. I just feel
Making
like,
that point.
I just feel like we're
I
going
think-
around the fucking. Okay.
All right, why is the title called Mustang? I didn't get that. I think that felt like kind of out in left field.
She left in a Ford Mustang.
yeah.
The whole movie is about them fighting whether they should get a Chevy or a Ford.
Uh-huh.
No, I think
No.
I think Mustang is like a symbolic thing of like a horse trying to. Mustang's like a free young horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
she's
like
a
made
rebel.
super
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I think it's just
They don't explain anything.
no.
See, that doesn't work for me when they don't explain shit.
Oh my God.
I didn't see one.
Why is
horse.
Blue Steel called Blue Steel?
Huh? We'll
Why?
find out, won't we?
Huh?
You
He does
won't
that-
know.
He always does that. Huh?
To be
What?
determined, we'll find out.
To be determined.
TBD. But me and Jordan, what were we talking about earlier? Because we did have a couple issues with it. We were just sort of fleshing out some things that were kind of like
Unclear.
briefed over.
Now,
You were talking about that earlier about with the teacher.
Uh-huh.
So it ends with her running away with her sister from the house to Istanbul, and you don't know why until the very end. To meet her teacher.
we
who-
know why she's running away, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know why Istanbul,
Why is that goal
except
there?
for
Yeah.
the fact that it seems more progressive and open-minded.
Well, I didn't know that.
That it was.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. Yeah, we
I
don't
don't know
that.
I don't know that about that
Yeah.
that country. I know.
There's some very interesting things because that movie shows the soccer match where the
Yeah,
men
they
are so
get
violent
banned.
that
Yeah.
only women are allowed to go
Yeah,
to the soccer
yeah.
match.
That was cool.
Yeah.
yeah, isn't that was
That was why she was
incredible.
allowed to go.
She wasn't allowed
She
to
was
go.
yeah, she wasn't
She
allowed
had
to
to
go
sneak
from
out.
her parents
Yeah.
or not her
Oh.
parents, her guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching a game in I don't know if it was Turkey or not, but it was like a smaller league game, and these guys are throwing fucking like flares on the field,
Yeah,
and they blow up next to the players and stuff. Crazy.
yeah they do this in South America. They
Yeah.
do, like soccer.
Like,
seems
are they
a-
just doing it for like the
Hoo-
sport aspect or just to
hooligan
fucking
shit.
be
Hooligan
wild?
shit.
Yeah.
Like, team
yeah, like
stuff.
why the hell do parent youth sports have parents fight in the stands all the
Yeah,
fucking time?
Yeah.
So we don't. You figure out she's running away with her sister because her old teacher moved there, and I think the end is very touching with even with the lack of the stuff I didn't absorb. It seemed like Ben absorbed a little bit more than I did. I didn't know.
I think we can sympathize with her escape, and that's
Yeah.
why it works.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why it
yeah.
works regardless.
That
but we
scene,
don't.
that scene's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
Oh,
escape.
It turns like an action movie, like almost like an action horror thriller or something, with her dad trying to bust in the fucking.
Yeah, house arrest.
Well, no.
Reverse
With
house
Kevin
arrest.
Yeah.
Pollock?
Okay. Yeah. Like he
if they turned it into Home Alone,
they
and
like they fortress the house.
Yeah.
And their
they
dad's
use it against them.
their dad's trying to bust in. Yeah,
Uncle.
he can't get in
Because-
Uncle, yeah.
her uncle is trying to bust in.
There is no dad in the movie, right?
No,
No.
There's no
they're
parents.
Their
dead.
parents are
They're
dead.
To force a wedding on the second youngest sibling.
All the
Um,
other ones have been married at this.
yeah,
married
fo-
off at this point.
Well, not the second youngest one is about to be married.
yeah,
yeah.
and the
And
three
yeah.
above that. Well,
Well, one-
besides the one who killed herself,
Which Nick
the,
missed.
The two.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's interesting. The oldest one got to marry the person she wanted to.
because she refused.
Yeah, she refused. She said she was going to scream.
I think she was kind of lucky because she already had someone in.
who would ask for her
Yeah,
hand.
exactly.
And would work out like
Yeah, exactly.
all
Yep.
the
It
parent
lined out
stuff.
perfectly,
Yeah.
and then we got to see an aspect because the grandma completely keeps referring to how she was married off and grew to love her husband.
That's that culture.
yeah.
but isn't it crazy? So the oldest one was set up to marry basically a stranger, and the girl refused, so they picked the second in line to marry the same stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and then they had a dual wedding, and one was happy and one was completely miserable.
Yeah, they literally like kind of overlaid the kind of duality of
Yeah,
that of the happiness and the sadness from the same thing, you know.
Um,
And it's also interesting how when the unhappy one doesn't bleed after sex, and it's kind of a funny scene, but also scary because he's like, "Where's the blood?" And he's like trying to prove that
it's only funny
because
it's so absurd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's but it is real life. Yeah.
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 It's so absurd that
She has to go
just think of your in-laws.
wait, knocking on the doors.
Not your in-laws. Your parents coming to you and saying, "Hey, did your wife bleed after having?"
After you
Where's the
fucked her.
blood?
I
Yeah.
don't like that shit.
Yeah,
Where's the blood?
yeah. It's crazy.
And no one believes she's not a virgin until
They
the
have to test-
doctor.
she gets-
doctor looks in. He's like, "There
In
it
this
is."
movie, she gets tested twice to see if she's a virgin.
Yeah, because they don't
It's
believe.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
what? Do they think the doctors are in cahoots with them or what?
Well, I think the first time is because remember
Because they went.
they're playing with those boys.
Yeah.
And then the second time is to prove that they had sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the doctor was like kind of like nice.
Yeah, the oldest
He's like-
girl did have sex, but she had to use anal
Anal
sex
sex.
to keep herself from
And it sort of showed.
bleeding.
It also showed like their.
Chris is like, "What the hell is this movie?"
it also showed how like their sex education. It's a book that they get before marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Kind of cool.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, it's just it's fucking hard. I think the woman that directed this is coming from real life. I don't know her life, but this is story she knows because I think she's she's Turkish, but
Yeah, this is.
grew up in
I'm pretty sure this
France?
is. I think this is from personal experience. The
Yeah.
the oppression of women in Turkey.
oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
Of Muslim
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Turkey.
Turkey is, I think, where she grew up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
that's the other examples would be much worse,
yeah, and
like Saudi Arabia.
it's just crazy to go through this, and I think it's handled very well, between the heavy and light. There's this tightness between the girls that feel real, but then there's this awkward tension between their uncle and aunt. Yeah, it's a really captivating movie. I think the end really touched me when she met her teacher, even though I didn't know too much about that aspect. There was also the whole aspect of their uncle Errol molesting.
Yeah, that to me that was like a little. I was unsure a little
Briefed
bit.
over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only in mentioning, basically.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say in mentioning.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean? It's
the aunt goes, What are you doing? Why are you doing this to them?
yeah, but that's not saying anything.
It's after she catches him scurrying around at night.
Yeah, but we can think that. You know what I mean?
But
I think that's what it's implying, but it's
it's
nev-
mentioning.
Yeah.
Isn't that mentioning?
no. Mentioning would literally be saying it. It is implied a little bit.
I would say it's more implied, but
Tomato shit.
No. The words have different meanings.
Well, he's not like, yo, I molested my.
it's not like he
nephews.
was.
Yeah, it's implied.
Okay.
That's right.
He wasn't
yeah.
caught in the act like exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was more of like him leaving and like, what the hell are you doing?
And it was like mentioned.
no.
Whatever. It's not really that
Yeah.
big of a deal, but
But anyway,
I'm listening to you.
we're just saying it's like it was briefed over.
yeah, it was
Glossed
definitely
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like
almost to the point where I was like kind of confused by if it was what was going on.
Keep arguing about this shit because I like when I'm out of the argument.
yeah,
and
you
you
like
guys
having
are.
you like having nothing to
not really
contribute
an
to
No,
the
no, no.
argument.
I
conversation.
like when other
You like
things
when-
are fucking fires getting started
Yeah.
without me involved.
You
Go
like-
I
ahead.
don't really think there's an argument.
I
But
mean, no, it's just
No, I think someone mentioned it. Go ahead.
well, you should ask us when we are
You should try watching
recording
the
every
movie.
fucking Sunday.
I did watch the movie.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that could be. Do you think it was needed?
No, because it's so vague.
Yeah.
and, well,
It's not needed at all. I think anybody could watch this movie and not get that at all and still have the same
Yeah.
emotional reaction.
With
You
the-
could say it's like additional and
Because it did maybe cause that suicide.
Yeah, it could have.
I think the oppression could cause it too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but with the importance of their virginity, how much of a thing they make of it, like this would be like, what exactly is he not having? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it not intercourse? Because
It must not be.
Yeah, we don't. There's not enough
information.
It's hard to say there's enough evidence to support it at the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and-
we know he's fucking weird,
Yeah.
but we don't know. You know what I mean?
There is something there. Like there's, and again, that's a real thing too.
It could just be him
but
being crazy
but also,
uncle. You know?
but also, the aunt is. I don't know why I started saying aunt. I fucking
It's
say,
a grandma.
Yeah.
but also
it's
I'd never
Errol's
say.
dad.
I say aunt. her auntie, her grandma is also sort of hurrying up their marriages and pushing them out of the house because I think it's to protect them from. Uncle
she
Errol.
helps them. I laughed pretty hard when all the women basically sabotage the when they're watching the soccer game because they're on the TV screen and they don't want the men to see them at the game, so they get the electricity shut off.
That was awesome.
That's
Man,
a good segment.
What state? You know what I mean? And then to continue to want to live that kind of life after you have to literally take out the electricity of the entire town.
Yeah. Do you think that their parents were conservative too? Do you think their situation would have been similar if their parents?
That's a good aspect. Maybe their parents are in their life because they are progressive and they moved to the city.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
mean?
I don't remember them mentioning it.
Yeah,
I don't know. The person I watched it with said that they were dead.
Yeah, I sort of grasped from that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
but
I thought. But.
Yeah, but I don't remember what they said exactly.
Overall, I would give it a 3.5, a strong 3.5. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I would give it a 4. I think it's very good.
You gave it more than that, didn't you?
No, I also think 3.5.
3.5.
So what's the next movie we?
Here's Nick to not say anything and then give it a rating.
All right, yeah. What's your stupid rating?
I'll give it a 1. and the reason I'll give it a 1 is because A, it's a foreign film and I fucking hate foreign films, and B, it wasn't interesting to me.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Did you
Anybody
guys
have anything?
hear something?
Yeah.
That sounded weird. That sounded like a
Negative.
real anti-cinephile here.
Mhm.
Great takedown.
I wasn't trying to take down. I'm just being
It was
honest.
foreign, and you didn't give a shit about it. That's all I got out of it.
Maybe.
What works better in Virgin Suicides? Because you like that, and they're very similar.
It's gonna say
Everything I
the
say
death,
is going to sound
the
like
death.
everything I say
The death.
to what you
That's
to
what he's gonna
respond
say,
to what
all
you're
of the
going to
death.
say is going to sound like I'm just trying to make a pun. Trust me.
What is the pun?
Because I'm going to say everything is better in Virgin Suicides.
But
That's not a pun.
but why? What? Like
I'm
what?
really
Okay, give me
curious.
one
I
example.
like the style better. I like the style better.
Do you like the haziness of Virgin Suicides more like the way
I
it's
think
shot?
this is hazy.
That's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
It was a trap.
Yeah.
It was a
Oh,
trap.
No.
It was a
I was gonna
trap.
say, yeah, it didn't.
I
Look, it doesn't look anything like this movie.
I
disagree.
They're
I think they're
similar.
both.
I think
I
can
they
see
both
a
have that
similarity.
sun bleached haziness to it. Yeah.
Okay, so
They both have long hair. They both all look alike. They both
Virgin,
wear like
Virgin
basically.
Suicides is maybe whiter or washed out more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
their
there's a better
skin's lighter.
Yes, that's one thing.
Yeah.
That some would like more, but
I like James Woods.
okay, you didn't like Errol?
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He was good.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I mean, there's no use in arguing. It's just
I think they're both good movies.
yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, minus the themes, you really don't need to compare them.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
You did instantly.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you brought it up.
I might have brought it up.
Yeah, you brought it up.
I might have brought it up.
Anyway,
I don't remember though. Maybe I didn't.
This isn't for me. It's I'm excited for more from this director. I think she had an interesting view on something that I don't know too much.
It was her first movie.
I don't know too much about. I'm pretty sure.
And I watched this with my girlfriend Nina, and she gave it a 5 out of 5. She loved it.
I can see why you can connect to it. You know, it's I did you give it a 3.5?
Yep.
I'm pretty damn close to a 4, but I'm gonna stick with a 3.5. But yeah,
Oh, she's got a movie with Anne Hathaway coming.
I definitely highly recommend.
That ain't saying much.
So Nick is forcing us to go to Mustang Sally's for our break.
So I can't wait to hear what he has to say about the next movie.
Oh boy,
So,
I got a lot to say about this.
all right.
Next one.
Okay.
What else did we watch?
We also watched Sun Don't Shine. It was written and directed by Amy Semetz. It was released in 2012 and stars Caitlin Scheel and AJ Bowen. The plot synopsis is a couple takes a tense and mysterious road trip through the desolate yet hauntingly beautiful landscape of Central Florida.
I just want to also give credit to Kentucker Audley, who is like the Leo, who is the second main character.
Yeah.
That Bowen guy is the guy who shows up on the highway.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why his name shows up
Oh, the
first
guy
on
from
that
like
thing.
You're Next.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that who
yeah,
that
yeah,
is?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey,
So,
Amy, don't
They're
put your
all
fuck-
in Your Next, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy Semetz is like, and so is that Bowen guy, just sort of in that circle of these
What?
like
Yeah.
indie.
These people
The
are
girl's
all,
on it. The main girl
Yeah.
is on Your Next. Who does she play?
I don't know.
No. The director is in Your Next.
So is
The
so
lead
is,
girl
so
is
the
too.
lead
Oh,
girl.
she's the
Yeah.
girl that has sex in the beginning with the.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
These people
with
all work
Larry
together.
Fassenden.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
these people all work together all the time. Amy
Yeah.
Semetz is the producer of Barry Jenkins' first movie, Medicine for Melancholy.
And she's doing that. She's doing crazy stuff. She was in.
That Girlfriend Experience show is
Yep.
hers.
And
Oh,
so
really?
and the actress is in from this is in that.
Oh, yeah.
Amy Semetz was in Upstream Color.
Yes, she is.
Hey, listen, Amy, don't quit your fucking day job because this movie, this movie was terrible.
What's her day job? This is her day job.
This movie was fucking terrible, and I'm dead serious. I'm
Okay.
not trying to be a jerk.
Well, I mean, you are being a jerk.
You're just not saying. You're just saying it's
No,
terrible.
no.
You are being a jerk.
I hated this movie so much.
Okay.
Okay.
And I fell asleep 20 minutes in, and then I rewatched it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh my god, I could not stand the main character in this movie.
Oh,
Crystal.
I cannot
Do you
fucking
think-
stand her.
do you think
She's very
supposed-
annoying.
Do you think she's supposed to be a lovable?
No.
treat?
I know that was the point, but
Yeah.
oh my god, her performance. I hated her performance.
I thought she was good.
I agree that she was teetering on too annoying at points.
Like
that it was-
overacting.
Yeah, like well,
I don't know
For
even
sure.
know if it was overacting so much as just
well, the thing is we talked about this a little bit. Whether this movie was made like in the style of mumblecore, it seems like it, but there are parts where she's literally like,
Yeah,
and you
she's
have no-
flipping.
yeah, she's flipping, and I have no idea what.
I was gonna ask
I don't
you
know
guys
if that's
about that.
like I couldn't imagine it being scripted
Oh,
because
yeah.
because the dialogue was so you know what I mean? And I think that's okay. Obviously, people can like have like a fit, and she obviously was insane.
Has many.
So what is
Yeah.
this mumblecore shit? Because I seriously am so ignorant to this.
It's just independent films.
It's like an outline, and you it's like you basically write an outline and you show up and you shoot it improv.
okay.
And
There's
yeah.
some good.
And it's like handheld cameras.
Can you tell me a movie that maybe I might know?
any of the
Cyrus?
Any of the Duplass movies?
Duplass Brothers, Jeff Who Lives at Home, stuff
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
all that stuff.
Yeah. They popularized it.
Yeah,
Um,
I love the Duplass Brothers, but
I didn't really care for Jeff Who Lives at Home.
it's a pretty good movie. I think I can understand not loving it.
There's something.
I forget.
There's something.
I love
oh,
Cyrus.
You made fun of it.
Did I?
I liked it, and we saw it together. I think.
Yeah, probably.
It's not talked about at all anymore. Mumblecore. It's like
it was
dead
at like a
and gone.
phase kind
yeah.
of.
I just didn't. Is that so? That's what this movie would be classified as.
I think so, like a mumblecore noir or something like
I
that.
didn't like the style of this movie.
Yeah. I thought it looked good.
What do you think it looks
Yeah.
kind of? Do you think it looks kind of like a Dogma '95 movie where they?
Oh, yeah.
it does kind of.
You know, just like bare
They
budget.
just show up and shoot it with the camera.
Shot it in their car. It's probably like a car they bought for $400. You know, actually, they probably bought a really good car for $500 to $700.
I laughed because it has. I haven't seen those. I haven't seen those buckles that like go up the window
Oh yeah.
and forever on that car.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But man, this was so fucking sweaty and muddy and
Oh,
gross.
they were so
Yeah.
sweaty.
It made me feel. It was really weird because I was watching this really like when it was really cold here, and it just felt like hot and sticky, and I forgot. I don't know. It was really weird. It threw me for a loop actually. But
What was this movie talked about? I've never heard of it.
I heard of it. I've been wanting to watch it for a while just because it was, talked about as like this like weird, mysterious noir thing. I like how it develops actually, where it doesn't tell you
No, it begins after
the crime.
Yeah.
after the crime.
It's
Yeah, I
all
think
in
that's interesting,
you gradually
Like,
learn what happens
Who
throughout.
who killed who?
She killed her husband.
Okay, he's helping her.
And she's helping her. She killed her husband because
Of
he
him.
found out
Yeah,
that
yeah.
she was cheating
Okay.
on him with him,
'Cause I
and
didn't
then he helped her
for
dispose
a little
of the
bit. I was
body.
like, did
Yeah.
he kill? But no, I
They
think
said-
she killed.
She did.
'Cause
She
has that-
even
she
says,
has that
"I
dream
saw
sequence.
him smiling when the knife went in, or
Yeah.
something." She said
She has that
something
dream
or-
Something
sequence,
like that.
Yeah.
or something. and
I
like-
saw smiles in his eyes or something when the
Yeah,
knife went
yeah,
in.
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I gotta disagree with you, Nick. I like this movie.
Did you?
Mhm.
I thought the poster looked sick when I
Yeah.
before I watched it. I was like, okay. I read the plot and I'm like, you know what? This actually might be pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
I
The
just
poster is sick.
it didn't work for me.
the style killed it for you.
Again, that's a really stupid reason to say
sounds
that
like-
I
No, no,
couldn't
no,
stand
no,
the main
no.
character.
A death
No.
call.
Well, that's was like my issue with Barfly, and I agree with you about. I think I like this movie a little bit, but I do think she was really hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, I liked it. What do you think, Ben?
Didn't fully work for me.
Mhm.
I don't hate it as much as Nick did. I actually think it is interesting and
Yeah.
it plays out pretty interesting. There's just something about it that didn't click with me.
Okay, now why did she flip shit when why did he kiss that girl?
Because that's an old lover.
Yeah, but what was the point of him kissing? Like
She was coming on
Yeah,
him.
she wasn't like
and also
she thought that's why he was there.
And also,
He was
these are
trying to get
dumb
something.
fucking like Florida rednecks or something. You know what I mean? Doing like killing people and covering it up.
Yeah.
You know?
I wouldn't question why he kissed her. It's like, why did Crystal walk all the way from the campsite to find him there?
She,
Yeah.
she,
Like,
she
she's
didn't. She didn't
insane,
like
yeah.
listen to his every time he
Oh,
like told her
she's
to do
like
something. She ignored it.
Yeah.
She's trying to get caught.
Yeah.
She's just mentally. She's ill. She's sick.
I laughed really hard when she said, "I'm a quiet person."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, God, no,
Man,
you're not.
there was like one of her reactions made me laugh really hard because her eyes got really wide, and she was just like staring and oh man, she's losing it.
What I thought works really well in this movie is there are moments where they start to do the voiceover over like almost like a montage of
love
what they're
that.
doing, and it's like there's like a very poetic
I
quality
loved
to it.
and like them talking about them like loving each other.
yeah,
I really
yeah.
like that.
I
It
think
made me really think of Badlands music
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the music and also like Lovers on the Run.
yeah, there's definitely similarities to Badlands, Bonnie and Clyde
Yep.
type stuff.
I like the whole aspect. I know it's just like a little character, thing where she loves mermaids. She bought that like mermaid toy, and like he found her at that mermaid show, and then
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, she's just like floating in.
yeah, I was gonna get to that.
I think it's just like a character trait. You know what I mean? She's childlike. She lives in this fantasy world. There's so much. I think a lot to it. But yeah, I think it's heavy on style, which is
yeah, it's a simple story
Yeah,
told
yeah.
very intimately.
yeah.
So was this as far as the mumblecore thing was this a movie where they didn't really have a script? Then is that what?
That's an assumption. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, some of it does feel kind of on the fly.
Yeah.
Like
So
So that's really a thing. You
improv-wise.
can just fucking make a movie without a script.
They have an outline, yeah.
They're
That's
called
what,
sketch groups. They do sketches
yeah.
like
Well, I mean, David Gordon Green. That's where he came from.
No, you better not be fucking making a Halloween movie like that then.
he's not gonna fucking make it like that.
Your precious Halloween.
Yep.
Anyway,
And I had to bust my ass to find
did
this
you
damn
did you
movie,
watch
too.
the Baby Driver trailer?
You didn't bust your
There's
ass.
there's a pretty stupid Halloween joke in it.
Really?
oh, I love that.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was
He's like,
stupid.
he
What's
goes-
Baby Driver?
The new Edgar Wright movie.
I need to watch the
Oh.
trailer. I
And
didn't
he goes,
see it.
I told you to grab Mike Myers' mask, and he's wearing an Austin Powers mask, and he's
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
he goes, no, Mike Myers. He's like, this is Mike Myers. He's like, no,
The
guy from-
Halloween mask.
The Halloween mask. He's like, you mean Jason Voorhees?
That's funny.
No, I thought it was kind of such an old joke.
I
Like,
fucking loved it.
Such an old joke.
Picky. No, I fucking,
It is.
I liked
Everybody's heard that joke before.
Not
Maybe
me.
not the Jason Voorhees
This
part.
is the first time I heard that one. No,
I think it's pretty funny.
yeah.
I didn't see it in context, but
But back to Sun Don't Shine. I mean, anything. What'd you find?
Was it too long for you?
No,
It was
no,
so
no,
short.
no,
Yeah,
no.
both of these were nice and short, right?
Yeah, I will say that.
Nick will commend
you like-
anybody as long as it's short.
So, would you ever watch anything Amy Seimetz does again?
No. If it's anything like this movie, absolutely not.
Yeah. You didn't.
Would you watch Medicine for Melancholy?
Maybe I'm
No.
opening up a can of worms here.
Okay.
I felt like it was like pretentious in a way.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Like, I felt like it felt so
I think
forced to
You
be.
felt like it was trying too hard? Is that what
yeah,
you're
I
saying?
felt like it was trying too hard to be like an indie, like artsy movie.
Well, I would say there's aspects that you can watch and you're like, these are people acting. You know what I mean? I think there's that aspect.
Yeah. Well, are you talking about the way it was styled?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't
a
say
lot of don't people think that about mumblecore in general though? Like people that don't
Pretentious?
like it.
it's
Yeah.
very I like calling it pretentious is
I-
kind of weird, but I do.
Yeah, I see what you kind of mean, like where it's like forcibly arty.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I think it seems self-aware. Like I think it's hard to kind of. I think it's hard with the style to kind of become engaged, but the characters are strong enough that you eventually do.
But with me, I think the style is fitting of the setting, kind of. They're stuck. It's close and intimate. They're stuck in a car the whole movie. It's hot and like hazy. They're stuck in a car in Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Basically, what I'm referring to is basically mostly the acting because it is
Yeah,
very
but
there's not a moment where they're not inside their own head and you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like always doing something that's like what Nick just did.
Wiggled.
Yeah, they they're always like, it's like it's like try hard.
There's like
Especially
over physicality. You know what I mean? They're doing too much with their bodies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure. Like there's never a moment where she's not doing something with her face. It's just so it's like overacting. You know what I mean? It's just very unnatural seeming.
To me, I didn't feel that.
No, I could totally see. It did feel like theatrical. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like theater acting. When
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch when this isn't theater. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
and and that was an issue for me. I thought he did great. I didn't have that problem with him at all. He was much more naturalistic, and I know she had the like kind of
Absurd.
absurd and like kind of like hysterical
Manic, hysteric.
hysterical
Yeah.
part, but still it was just so it seemed very self-conscious performance.
Mm-hmm.
This is off topic a little bit, but it felt like they were Did anyone else think they were constantly like, what are you nodding? You don't even know what I'm saying.
arguing and shit.
No, it's actually much less than that. They were like constantly changing their clothes all the time. Was that just me?
Well, I mean, they're felons on the run.
They're literally changing. They were just like switching shirts and taking their shirts off constantly.
There's just like I see what you mean.
Yeah, there is. I think
Some
they're
awkward things.
maybe you could say that maybe if it was mumblecore, they're reaching for things to say and
Or talk
they
about.
got
or do.
stuck on the shirt thing.
That's kind of the thing you're talking about, like always having to do something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
taking your shirt
Yeah.
off, giving it to her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
like there was never a point where they're just like driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
It was very hysterical at least from her for most of the
Mhm.
movie.
Overall, this movie worked for me. I enjoyed how it sort of progressed into unsolving this mystery. I like the style. I like the music. I like how it's shot. I'm interested in anything Amy Seimetz does because she's involved in cool stuff.
That girlfriend experience show is supposed to be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's.
Is that a comedy or not?
No, it's based off of that Steven Soderbergh movie.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Escorts.
My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
What was it on
Girlfriend.
Showtime?
Yeah. I think there's a second season coming or more coming. I don't know.
Yeah, she's.
But yeah, I would give this a 3. You know, a solid movie for me. How about you, Ben?
I give it a 2.5 out of 5. I think it has interesting themes and stuff, and I think some of the mumblecore kind of things kind of took it away from me. I don't know. I think
I'm kind of on the like I do that. I see that with some things, right? It needs something more.
yeah. I was expecting to like it a little bit more than I did.
Yeah.
It's not like I hated it.
Yeah.
I don't know. 2.5.
You saw its potential, but
Yeah, didn't work.
What about you, Ben? Or sorry, Jordan.
I would give it a 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it worked well enough in what it needed to do most. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think it made it pretty engaging. and
Atmosphere-wise.
Atmosphere-wise, and there was some interesting imagery that they used and stuff. So I would give it a 3.
Nick, how about you?
I'd give it a 1. Amy or Amazon or wherever the fuck this came from can
Vimeo?
get stuck right where the sun
Well,
don't
me
fucking
and
shine because
him
this
both-
movie sucks.
So you want to shove this movie up this girl's ass?
no.
Oh, because that's what you said.
Yeah, you
Well,
said
so-
Amy or Amazon.
Called her
Whoever,
Amazon. Like,
whatever the fucking wherever I got it, which I can't even remember what trial.
It was
had
on.
to-
Yeah, it's on. You could watch it on Amazon Prime if you got I got Fandor. It was
Well,
a trial.
yeah, I watched it on for free on Vimeo.
I
Yeah,
should
I
have
did
done
Vimeo
that
too.
because I had to jump through, every hoop to get this movie.
You clicked one button to
Wah,
start
wah,
trial.
You
wah.
didn't listen to what I said when you asked where it was, and I said Vimeo.
No. He asked, and I watched this a while.
Well,
ago.
no, but I think I said on the last episode. Too.
Oh shit! I didn't know
yeah,
that.
it's no big. I'm just talking for
I didn't know that.
just to waste my fucking breath.
Yeah.
So, up next is a bonus episode.
Yeah, we had a
Yes.
lot of fun
So-
coming up with the.
So
Yes, this was fun.
After the last episode, we went through the top IMDb's top 250, and we randomized.
We did a random number generator on Google.
We picked like 10 each.
Yep.
And then we
Voted off.
Voted.
We wrote them all down.
Yep.
And then when we each took turns at eliminating
this
them.
is the most you talk.
Yeah, now Nick will talk.
Yeah. You want to explain this?
This was fun. Yeah, I like doing this.
So what did we? So what did we pick?
Whatever we got, we wrote down, and then we each took a turn and eliminated one until we got to 2.
Yep. And what?
And one of them was fucking Forrest Gump, and that got the hell out of
Yeah.
there. That shit sucks.
I'm gonna say it's not super. It's not super random. We had a little bit of a.
we did.
we were
We denied a
selective
lot.
about
Yeah, we
what we
weren't
put on the
completely
list.
open.
And I want to get props because I'll tell you why. Because I went out on I had the
I'm not going to give you credit.
I had the ball in my court, and I took the alternative route that you guys didn't think I was going to take.
What was the option?
For
Come and
a
see.
better episode?
But that's because you didn't know what the movie was.
I don't care. I had
you-
Indiana
you-
Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, I like that movie, but I don't. Who wants to fucking talk about that?
Was it between that?
Yeah, those were in
Yeah,
the
and-
first
and-
round.
Okay, so
Okay, come
And
and
this movie is a foreign movie that I typically don't like.
But you didn't know that.
I don't know that, and we'll see. I hope it's good.
No, you didn't know that.
Oh.
It was foreign, did you?
It's also long, Nick. I know
Well,
that's
whatever.
a problem you
Shit
have.
happens.
so you fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm very grateful that you did this because I want to see it. I've never seen it.
I've been
Me either.
This has been on my list for a while.
I'm glad you guys canceled deleted Butch fucking Cassidy, and what was
I
the
don't
other
know
one
why
that you
you're so
eliminated?
against that.
Oh, Monty Python. Jesus,
Python.
The one who is Monty Python?
who the hell cares?
He's one man, right?
Anyway, we didn't even announce what the fucking movies were yet,
Come and see,
and
which is we got to give a point here, which I didn't know, and I was like, oh shit, 100% on what Letterboxd?
It's one of the highest rated movies on Letterboxd, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it might be the highest. I don't know what 100%
Which
is. Rotten
normally
Tomatoes
that I
thing.
don't really care about that shit, but
It's 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
something. It's what on Rotten Tomatoes? 95.
someone's practicing drumming,
Yeah.
beating off. Someone's practicing their fucking masturbatory form.
Yeah. And
The first review I see on Rotten Tomatoes says perhaps the most terrifying, nightmarish film anyone has ever made about war.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
So come and see. It's a Russian flick. I don't, who directed it? You know, off the top of your head.
It says
Christoph
Elam
Kieslowski.
Kilmov or Klimov.
Okay. Well,
A person I'm not familiar
that
with.
guy, what you said was Polish.
Oh.
So, but
No,
did
you
you say-
picked the next one, so you explain it.
double indemnity.
Well, we
Yeah.
all picked it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Yeah,
got,
but
we
the
got
ball
we
was in
came
your
to a
court.
consensus.
This isn't.
The ball was in
So
your
you
court.
guys are the only ones that matter in
No,
this
I'm
scenario?
saying the
Yeah.
ball was in your court.
So
What did you have it against?
I don't know because it doesn't matter.
It was something cool though.
Glad.
I was like,
Unforgiven.
yeah.
Either
Oh.
this or Unforgiven. And
I
I,
was-
I picked double indemnity because I'm a real fedora loving.
We're gonna
I'm a real fedora loving motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
I'm a
how
bogey
much,
head.
Yeah, we're gonna see how much Nick loves noir.
Yeah. So this is a noir
Yeah,
from
before
Billy Wilder.
before his month.
He looks sad. Like some realization has kicked in. He's gonna
Okay.
he's gonna be hanging with the dames and the.
Do you want me to call
the
my month
glamour.
out now?
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. I already know, so I
Want
guess
me to announce it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
go ahead.
That's fine. I don't care.
It's not a big deal.
After this episode, we're doing
No one's listening anyway.
movies. Yeah,
Not this
people
far.
turn this off.
They turned this off by now.
Movies influenced by.
No, that sounds so stupid.
There's got to be a better title for your theme.
It's called neo noir.
Well, you guys fucked up. You guys called me out on that earlier when I said that's what I was, and you said it's not neo noir.
No, Batman isn't.
That's why I'm saying this. Okay.
Don't say.
It just sounds so stupid. No, I'm not cutting it. You say it. And if you say it,
movies that I feel have neo noir stylistic characteristics to them, and listen. And if maybe you guys don't feel that way, we'll talk about it.
And
Yeah,
what-
you'll have to defend.
why
Why
your-
don't you just say neo noir? And if you disagree, we'll talk about
that's
it.
what
Yeah.
because neo noir is like movies influenced by noir.
Okay, listen to me.
I have been for this fucking hour and 6 minutes.
I'll explain what
This
I'm
is literally
talking
like
about.
saying first annual. You know what I mean? Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Just give me a second, okay? The first month is going to be
First week.
The first week is going to be Robert Mitchum, The Accuser, and Blue Steel.
That's awesome. I've never seen any of those.
The Catherine Bigelow movie that we talked about last episode.
Robert Mitchum.
Yeah,
Okay.
Robert Mitchum, The
Okay, okay.
Accuser.
Yeah.
And Catherine Bigelow's Blue Steel, which is a movie I fucking love, and I hope you guys do too.
Cool.
And then the second
Who directed The Yakuza?
is
I'll
it
look it up.
Sydney? Is it?
Is it Sidney Lumet? Is that what you're saying?
No, Sydney.
Someone wrote. I don't know. I did.
Shit. Sorry, we'll find out.
Who
You
did
know
Bullet to the Head?
Walter Hill?
Walter
I think
Hill.
he may have wrote it.
Hang on.
Maybe not. I'm
hang
getting
on.
it mixed up.
Anyway, then we'll find out here in a second. But
Sidney Pollack.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
cool,
so
cool.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was written by Paul Schrader and Robert Town.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
now,
good pick.
The second
Which is this isn't
Week.
That is a noir. So these are technically probably neo noirs.
week is
Okay.
why
Everything's been culminating.
I name this the way I name this. And this week, the second week is actually going to be occurring at the Williamsport Comic Con that we've been talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
It's going to be 1989, one of my favorite movies ever,
Oh, I didn't realize it overlapped with that.
Batman.
Like, wait, isn't that a kids movie?
No,
So wait, we
Tim
have
Burton's
to,
Batman.
It's family friendly though, right?
Hell no, he kills people.
No.
Not in the
No.
first one.
Yeah, he
then,
does.
then why they make a bunch of like toys for like kids and shit?
I don't know. We'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
you have a lot of
And-
those toys.
Anyway.
And Alex
He kills
Proyas
people
is
in the
Dark
first one?
City.
Oh, I've never seen that either.
So
And that. Okay, so
We'll,
basic. So
we'll get
can
Alex
we rename
Proyas
this?
on this episode.
We could.
I'm gonna ask him.
We can also name this Neo Noirs and Batman.
we'll talk about it.
Well,
Okay, let's wrap this fucking shit show up.
Woo.
So anybody have anything else to say?
I see people are listening to this, and I don't know who they are, and I want to know who they are. So please, if you are listening and you don't know us personally, or even if you do, please
Talk
Let
to
us
us
know.
on Facebook.
Talk to us on Facebook.
Email anotherlookpod@gmail.com.
Any like you can also
Text us.
I was gonna say Nick's number's 570.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting more and more listens all the time, and we just want to know. We want you to reach out and tell us what you like about the show, what you don't like, what you want us to do, anything. You know, we're genuinely curious. We don't know. We see numbers and we don't know. We want the faces
And
behind.
we don't
them.
understand.
Yeah, we don't understand.
Nick, Nick thinks no.
Why
one's
do we
listening.
get? Yeah, why do we get like a billion listens
Are we being
to American?
hacked, or are these real people that are listening? to
Russians.
us? Yeah.
Why did you all listen to American New Wave Part 2?
Yeah. Is this a hoax?
So okay, so you just get a hold of us. You can get a hold of us 570.
No,
217.
dude.
I'm just kidding. 6969 7. Whoa.
Yeah.
You can call Nick and just sort of let us know what you thought about Amy Simmons if you're listening.
Listen, or last ditch effort, fucking hit Ben up on Tinder. Let's be real, guys.
Don't have
okay.
one, never had
So
one.
he's like, shit, they're picking on me, so I
How
gotta
about
make
how
fun
about
of it.
Yeah.
0317 712 075?
What?
That's Nick's number.
It's not. That's Nick Leyland.
What?
Just keep going.
Okay. Anyway, so this is the end. So thanks guys.